Okay, we're back. The beans are in a lot better shape than they were when I quit yesterday, so I think stopping was the right decision. I do, however, have to get the truck loaded, get down to the elevator, and get back before 6. So forgive me here. I'm not going to take any video here, or not take much video here on this first load, just for the sake of saving time. You guys know how bean, unless something goes horribly wrong, you guys have seen enough bean cutting already anyway. So I'm just gonna scoot, that way I can get, because I got 2 hours till they close, so I gotta scoot. So we'll catch you guys here in a little bit. Okay, I got a decent load on the truck. It is 5:30, so I'm gonna go ahead and haul what I got down to the elevator. So I got an empty truck, and then these things aren't doing that great. I'm hoping they're north of 40. But what I got left should fit in the truck. There's probably about 5 acres left there to cut. So anyway, I gotta head that way. Tom was here when I got here, picking up some more of his stuff out of the barn, and he left me a watermelon. So I'm gonna drop this off to the house and pick Teeter up because she's at the house, so I'm sure she's not happy. All right, we made it with 15 minutes to spare. I should have went to cut another round, got a few more on here, but whatever. Oh, Teeter pup here, she's been having stomach issues this weekend, so she gets to go stay at the vet for the day tomorrow. Hopefully it's nothing, but we took her off of her dog food and put her on boiled chicken and rice, and that doesn't seem to be helping, so hopefully they can figure something out. It can't be too bad though, because she really hasn't changed her mood or anything like that. She's still a little ball of lightning, so. Well, they're loading the train. Curious to see how these fucking railroad workers striking affects things. I don't know, I haven't heard how that's going yet, but assholes picked a perfectly good fucking time to do that. Okay, do you want me in the corn pit or the bean pit? This time of day it could go either way. Corn pit. Unfortunately, there was only 190 bushel on that load. I sure thought there was more than that, so that does not give me a warm fuzzy about this field, although if I got another 250 more bushel off of it, it'd at least be 40 bushel beans, and I would be, I could live with 40 bushel plus. Hopefully it leans toward the plus. If I can get I can fit 300 on that truck, so if we can fill it, but I don't have, I got most of the bad spots. I got probably 2 more passes. I haven't really opened, I made 1 pass along this side, back up along the woods. And honestly, I don't even know if I put anything in the hopper on that pass, and probably 2 more to get out of the bad spot, and then we'll basically be in decent beans for the rest of the field. But there's not a whole lot. I mean, there's a fair bit of field left. I probably got an hour and a half of cutting. It probably would have been a different story had that side yielded better, but basically once you break over that hill, this field got planted. It got a rain on it to get it started, and then it basically didn't see rain again for the most part. And there was a lot of cases out here where the beans sprouted and died because they ran out of water, especially, like I say, on that hillside, which is heavier dirt to begin with, and it's a hillside. So yeah, is what it is. Victim of the year, I guess. But like I say, if we can at least make 40, I can live with 40. So anyway, I'm hopefully we can get this cut, or hopefully finish getting this cut tonight, because we got chances of rain tomorrow afternoon. So if I can get this cut tonight, that would be nifty. Sorry for the pitch black. We'll shed some light on the situation here in a minute. And explain why it's pitch black right now. Hold on. Oh girl, I gotta warm up a bit. God damn the... Trying to set the throttle. There we go. So, I just did something that I hope I never, ever, 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 ever have to do again. If you recall, a couple fields ago, I mentioned that the lights on this thing had quit working. Thought it was the switch. Made sense. 50-something odd year old switch. Some of the contacts on, or some of the, not the contacts, some of the lugs on the back of it were getting kind of loose. I was like, okay, something's internally shorted on the switch. No big deal. Just replacing the switch. Let me get this unloaded and then we'll come back. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why the unloading auger on that thing's getting so loud all of a sudden. The bearing in it's fine, everything in it's fine. I don't know if it's just because the beans are so dry or what the problem is. But anyway, so lights wouldn't work. Figured it was a switch. Old switch was getting kind of flaky, it appeared. Took the old switch out, put a brand new switch in it. Lights worked. Took it from in front of the shop, drove it up to the farm, parked it. Lights worked. I shut the lights off when I got up there. They didn't shut off on their own. Fast forward to tonight. First time I've had to use the light since I put the switch in, other than when I moved it. We'll turn the lights on, lights don't frickin' work. Now ain't that some shit? So apparently I have a short somewhere, or that new switch is just junk, one of the two. So anyhow, we'll have to do some investigating into that. But regardless, I had like an acre left back there in the short rows by the corral, and I was like, I am not gonna, the beans are still cutting good, the dew hadn't set yet, they're not getting tough. I'm like, I am not gonna leave that acre back there to get rained on and push me back again. So I said, screw it. I kept right on cutting in the dark with no lights. Luckily the sky was bright enough and I was able to see color contrast between where the chopper spreads and in between my rows. So I just took the outside snout and stuck it on the edge where the chopper runs. I was probably overlapping a little bit more than what I should have, or what I normally would have, but anyway, we got her done. I was gonna run that thing home tonight and get it in the barn, that way it didn't get rained on, but since it doesn't have any lights, I guess it's sitting here tonight. I'll just come over here real quick with a leaf blower and blow it off. With any luck, I'll still might get it moved home tomorrow before it rains, but you're gonna have to do it in daylight. So, but I guess we'll haul that load of beans in tomorrow and figure out where this field, or how this field turned out. I don't know if we made 400 or 40 bushel or not. It's gonna be tight, and we can walk back there and see how bad of a job I did cutting in the dark. So I walked around out there with my light after I got done and it looked okay, so I guess we'll find out in the daylight. So anyway, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay, we are back. We're supposed to get some pretty crazy weather this afternoon from what they keep saying, but I still got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna get this load of beans hauled in and pick up Teeter from the vet, which is right around the corner from the elevator, so I'm just gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Physical, couldn't find anything. So then they were worried she had swallowed something and had a blockage, so they x-rayed her. Couldn't find anything, so they're gonna get her on some medication and keep her on the chicken diet we got her on right now, and hopefully things get better. The only thing they can think is she might have got a stomach bug from something. Which if they had, I mean, I guess I'd rather it be nothing than something, but if it's nothing, then you're sitting there wondering you're still sitting there wondering what's going on. But anyhow, well, that was a little disappointing. At 190 on the first load. And 217 on the second load. Well, it was 190 some change, 217 and some change, but 408 total. On 10.5 acres comes out to 38.8, so it didn't make 40. But that field was really, really bad around the outside along the woods, and then at the smaller field on the west side of the driveway, the deer were in, and the population on the hill was garbage. So this is not the first time that field has done shitty in a dry year. Because like I say, that field's well-drained soil to begin with. Other than the hill, most of it's kind of a loamier. It doesn't even, I mean, it's got some clay in it, but it's got more loam in it than clay. And this year, when it ran out of water, that was, you could tell pretty much immediately when it started hurting. So, it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it now. If the damn deer would have stayed out of it, probably would have broke 40. There were 3 spots I cut through where they had been bedding down and had a big old spot trampled down to the ground. If that's the worst beans I cut this year, I'll be happy. Grain quality was still really nice, so and even at 38 bushel, well, it was 38.8, so even at 39 bushel, we're still in the money. So you got to take the good with the bad. So anyway, we got to go pick up the pooch, which is just on the other side of town here. Well, we got Pupper Girl back. Teeter, don't you smell like? We're definitely gonna have to get her home and get her a bath. She smells like dog kennel. park in the pharmacy parking lot next door because the damn parking lot at the vet clinic is barely big enough to get a pickup in, let alone this boat. Oh yeah, Teeter, you need a bath. You're gonna be really happy. Been in the vet all day getting violated, and then the first thing I'm gonna do is take you home and give you a bath. Your second favorite thing in the world. Well, we obviously didn't make it back in time to get this girl under cover before rain. But we'll at least get it under cover before it gets a lot of rain. And while she's warming up, I said we'd walk out back and see how bad of a job I did, so we'll walk out back real quick and see how bad of a job I did. The only real issue I had, at least that I could see in the dark, was I kept, obviously I was having a hard time figuring out where my header height was. I was kind of doing it by braille. You run it down until you feel it kind of start to push down on the ground, then you bump it back up a bit and try to run it. And while doing that a few times, I started plowing with it. Yeah, damn deer. Oh, she's gonna go get him. I don't really see any sickle shatter though. That's a pretty good sign. Let's see, where would I? It was over here in the short rows leading up to the corral. I missed a little bit there. I was getting down on the ground though, so I wasn't running too high. I mean, I see I got a spot there, I got a spot there. It looks like I got a spot back there, but other than that, for running beans in pitch black with no header height, no auto steer, no nothing, just doing it by braille, I don't think this is too bad. And seeing how right now it's raining and it's both the temperature's supposed to drop, so it's supposed to stay that way for a while. They wouldn't be drying back down all that quick to get back cutting them again. So since this is going into wheat, and now we actually have a chance of getting wheat on possibly by the end of this. Well, it's supposed to rain the rest of the night, it's supposed to rain part of tomorrow, so we're supposed to get a fair amount of rain out of this, and possibly some thunderstorms actually, from what they said. But with all that in mind, I still think I made the right decision to try to finish that up. So you make a decision, you got to stick with it. But anyhow, it's done. Now we can put planting wheat on the radar, and it will be done by this weekend at the latest. Hopefully we can get over it with a disc sooner than that and get it broke open. So anyhow, this video got long enough, so that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.